Hello. Hold on. Oops. Sorry. We are... Hello and welcome. Here we are in Dalton, Georgia at Dalton High School for the UPSL Georgia Premier Division Zone 2 matchup between Dalton United and Potros FC. Bringing to you the game live from Potros FC's YouTube channel. We're here on the away road dealing with some technical difficulties, so apologies in advance. We can take a look at the starting lineup for Potros FC. Cameron Verona in goal. Benjamin Ora and Modu Jallo continuing in the back line as they have in the last two games. Jonathan Valverde gets his first start of the season, alongside Eric Graham also getting his first start. In the midfield, Latrell Bradshaw, Pedro Valenzuela, and Amadou Danfa coming in and getting his first start as well. So three players getting their first starts in the defense and midfield, and then up top, another player with the first start. Sean McKeever comes in to replace the injured Nazario Mbomio, the league's top scorer, who was unable to come out for this match. So Sean McKeever gets his start alongside Dadinho and Pedro Lima. Again, we apologize in advance for any technical difficulties as we are traveling on the road, dealing with different situation than we're used to. So far, it seems that things are working well, and we will have a re-uploaded version. If there's any issues with the stream, we will re-upload the match afterwards for your viewing. Are not hearing this currently, but if you're watching the replay on the re-uploaded version, you will be able to catch up on all that was missed. So again, we'll experience... Looks like we should be back up soon on the live. And again, apologies if you're watching the replay, if you're hearing these things twice. So it looks like we are back up on the live. So apologies, we dropped you off there for a second. So again, expect some dropped periods within this game. The internet here at Dalton High School is a bit shaky. It's coming in and out as we live stream this match for you. We're getting ready for the walkout and the national anthem, and hopefully we can bring you as much of this for those watching at home. We will have a re-uploaded version that will be available after today so that you can re-watch the match if anything gets missed on the live stream. As we were mentioning, Potros coming in with 2 wins and 0 draws, 0 losses. Was not able to play the match against SSL. They're off next week with a bye, and then the week after that, they'll be taking place in the U.S. Open Cup qualifiers. So that's going to be 2 weeks without any UPSL Premier. Following that, they'll be back at home against LSA Norcross Pro, who's also started the season strong with 2 wins and a draw, although that draw has an asterisk on it because that game against Atlanta United Academy that was taken during midweek had to be postponed as well. So that one, the second half will have to be replayed at another date. So that one was at 0-0. So it goes down currently in the standings as a draw, but that match was not completed. So LSA Norcross with the temporary lead in the table with 7 points. Potros trying to jump back into first place today against Dalton. Dalton having a rough start to the season. They lost in their opener against SSL FC 6-1. And then they traveled to Birmingham last week and got a 2-2 draw. So they're back at home today. We know that they typically have a stronger home record than away. They don't always travel well. We know that they were limited in their options in that SSL match. We did not get much information from that Birmingham match last week, so we're not sure exactly what they had. But they're back at home today for the first time this season, looking to get back into the playoff places, but they'll have to do it against the defending champions, Potros. And Potros getting their first match against a team from last season who made it to the playoffs. Their first 2 matches against Birmingham and North Georgia were both teams who did not make it to the playoffs last season. So it's going to be an interesting challenge for Frankie Ruiz, especially missing his top scorer, Nazario Mbomio, who has 7 goals in 2 matches this season. He's out due to injury. Sean McKeever comes in to take his place. So moments away from the walkout, the national anthem, and then we'll bring you the kickoff shortly after. We'll be right back to bring you that. We're back live. Thank you for sticking with us. We had some music playing there to avoid copyright issues with the in-stadium music. Now that that music has turned off, we are here live. You'll hear the sounds from the stadium as the players get ready to walk out. Dalton United taking on Potros FC, 2 teams who have met many times. Dalton has won every time that they played at home, except for last spring, where Potros came away with the 2-1 victory. That one actually was a turning point in the season that led to Potros' first regular season title, something that Dalton is very familiar with. They've had plenty of titles in their time in the UPSL. So this is going to be an interesting match, one that's always heavily contested. Last season, Potros came away with the 3-2 victory, and that one honestly could have gone either way. So players step out onto the field, and we're about to hear the national anthem as we get ready for kickoff.
¿Dónde está la bandera? Allá. ¿No hay? Oh, ya está.
And here we go, the final handshakes, ready for week 3 of UPSL Premier Division. Potros in hot form, 2 wins in the first 2 games. Dalton's still looking to get their form, looking to try to get their first win of the season in a match that has been heavily contested over the last years. It's gone back and forth. Dalton with, I believe they have 2 wins on the series, and Potros also has 2 wins. So it's gone back and forth. Now here in Dalton, Georgia, if you're just joining us for this kickoff, again, we apologize in advance for any issues as we are on the road here in Dalton High School with different equipment than we're used to using. So the internet so far has been in and out if you're watching us live. So apologies for any issues as the stream goes on. We will have a re-uploaded version available if there's anything missed. So you can always subscribe and look out for when that one comes out so that if we miss anything, we will be able to still have it available on our YouTube channel. And tomorrow we will also be bringing you the UPSL Division 1 matchup between Atletico Buford 2 against Potros FC's U23s. So we're seconds away from kickoff. A game here in Dalton, Georgia between Potros and Dalton. Going to make a difference in this playoff picture. It's going to make a difference in the title race, and it's going to make a difference in the pride of these two clubs of who can come away with the victory. If you missed it earlier, Cameron Verona starts in goal for Potros. Benjamin Uranga and Modu Jallo start in the back line as they have in the last 2 games. And we also have Eric Graham and Jonathan Valverde getting their first starts in the defense. Latrell Bradshaw continues in the midfield with Pedro Valenzuela. Amadou Danfa gets his first start. And then up top, Dadinho and Pedro Lima are alongside Sean McKeever getting his first start as well. So here we are kicking off Potros FC and Dalton. Dalton getting us underway. They're already starting in their own half, playing the ball, playing with a back 3 as we're used to seeing them do for many years. They're going to be moving that ball around the back, looking for those wing backs that are going to be going up and down. High pressure from Potros, forcing the long ball early. A 1v1 contest here between Jallo and the forward of Dalton. We don't have a roster for Dalton, so we're just going to have to refer to them just as a team, but we're not going to have their individual names. Dalton winning the ball back in a dangerous position, switching the ball wide. A 1v1 on the far side. Valverde gets to it first, and an early throw. No, ball stays in play. And it's going to be a little confusing. There's a lot of different colored lines on the field. It looks like we're playing with the light gray lines as Graham picks that one up and starts the counterattack. Here's Lima with a lot of space in the middle. Bradshaw supporting him and trying to play the ball between the lines, was just a little bit too inside, looking for Valenzuela. A quick pressure and a little bit of a miscommunication. Again, 4 players for Potros getting their first starts of the season today. So there is early signs of a little bit of a miscommunication between some of the players who have not started in the previous matches. One thing that Potros will be looking to adjust to today is the absence of Nazario Mbomio, who was not available due to injury. So first foul of the game called against Potros. As this game goes on, it's one of the coolest games of the season so far, as the whole field is already under shade. We're waiting for the stadium lights to come on to give us a little bit of visibility, but the temperatures will start to drop. It started the match around 80 degrees, and in the shade it probably feels a little bit less than that on the field. Here's Dalton in an advanced position. Danfa coming back and picking that one out, not allowing the cross to come in, but now Dalton will have the chance from the throw. And we mentioned Dalton, their results so far this season can be deceiving as they don't travel well typically, and now they're at home. It's going to be a different type of contest than what they probably had in the first couple matches. Coming into this game with a 6-1 loss on the road to SSL. They did not have any subs in that match, and their goalkeeper, in fact, in that game did not have any goalkeeper gloves, so it just shows the limited resources they had in that match. And then they traveled to Birmingham last week and came away with a 2-2 draw. Potros, on the other hand, won their first match at home against North Georgia 4-1, and then they traveled to Birmingham and won 7-1 in the week 2. Last week we were supposed to take on SSL. That game was postponed due to inclement weather. And just there, Lima tried to break, was not able to get through the Dalton defense. They tried to go the other way and ended up going out for a Potros throw. Frankie Ruiz, the head coach of Potros, trying to keep the momentum going. It's going to be a difficult season with a lot of makeup games as we get late into the season, which will have an impact. It's important to have a deep squad in this season with all of the makeup games. It's a shorter season, only 10 regular season games, but Potros is taking place in U.S. Open Cup qualifying this year, which will make their schedule have to be a little bit flexible. We'll be out next week, no match for the UPSL Premier. It's a bye week. And then the following week, we'll be back in action in U.S. Open Cup qualifying against North Georgia United. Here's a long ball over the top. Dadinho trying to bounce it in front of him. It ends up getting behind him. And Bradshaw not able to control that one. A ball through the middle. Flag goes up for offside, so the play will be stopped. It was a close one. We'll see if we can take a look on the replay. That was a very close one right here. Would have been a good opportunity for Dalton if they were able to get through. And see, just winning that one back on the... Yeah, he was even in his own half, so that was a missed call from the referee. Just wasn't focused on the time of the pass. The player was in his own half, and so the referees was a little bit behind on the play and ended up missing that one. So Potros getting away with an opportunity there, and they have opportunity now to try to go the other way. Here's Bradshaw, Latrell Bradshaw over the top. The flag goes up immediately as that one was looking for Dadinho, but he doesn't get to it. It ends up being a goal kick instead. So Potros, with a little bit of help from the referees, got away with a dangerous opportunity there. Dalton so far looking much more confident on the ball than they have in their last two matches from what we saw before this match. But still plenty of time for either of these teams. It's still 0-0, only 5 minutes in. Here's a chance for Danfa getting onto the ball. McKeever trying to flick it onto Dadinho, and looking at the way these teams are set up, it's a 3v3 in the very front. Verona's going to let that one bounce into his box, but if Potros can manage to find their front three, they have a numbers matching advantage there. A 3v3 can cause danger if they're able to find those and connect together. There's a good flick on by McKeever. Is it going to stay in play? It's not. Lima's not able to get to it. But we're going to see how they're able to connect there. And also, if they can find the same prolific finishing that Nazario Mbomio brings. Of course, 7 goals in 2 matches. Pedro Lima also has 2 goals the last time out against Birmingham. So he'll be looking to try to get back on the score sheet as well. So Potros also missing another player who started both of the last 2 matches, Sebi Morello, also out due to injury. So early signs in the season, early issues to deal with some injuries, but it's a long season. Again, no game next weekend, so that'll give a little bit more time for those players to get back, but there's still work to do today. Here's Dadinho. Puts it across the box. Danfa came in late, was not able to get to it. Now a chance for Dalton on the counter. Gets the ball and finds a teammate on the far side. It's a 3 versus 4 for Dalton. They've got a 4th one coming in, and Potros got 2 more on their own. The shot's there. It goes through the hands of Cameron Verona. It's going to go down as the first shot on target for Dalton today. A little bit shaky there from Verona, but it ends up giving away a corner kick. But a good counter attack there from Dalton, able to find the space and get there. And ball's back in quickly from the corner, puts the cross to the back post, goes over everybody, and will he be able to keep him play? He does in the corner. Now gets it back across, Graham in the way, and blocks it out for a throw. Dalton with the throw here. Gets to the chest of the teammate, but Lima able to pick it up from there, not able to find his teammate. Dalton's still on the attack, gets it wide. Valverde mistimed that one. Now a 1v1, Valverde wins it back in the corner. The clearance is forward, Dadinho gets to it. His touch is to the middle and picked up by a Dalton player. Dalton's still in a dangerous position, puts the ball in. Jallo gets enough on it to put it away from danger, and Verona will come and collect. Jonah taking his time, letting the team get into shape. Now he's going to look for the long ball. Looking for the head of Dadinho. Dalton gets to it first. Valverde slips on that one. On the follow-up, able to get his body in between and wins a free kick. So, took a little bit of a tumble, Jonathan Valverde, but was smart to get his body in between and win the free kick. Just did not allow the player to get to the ball. It's one of the principles of defense that you learn. Either the ball can pass or the player, but not both. So, did a very good job there, Valverde. Now putting a ball in. It's going to fall at the edge of the box. Oh, almost fell to McKeever's feet, but his touch was too heavy. A loose ball headed into the box by Danfa, but only as far as the Dalton keeper. Now Dalton once again coming the other way. Valverde with a strong challenge there on the sideline, the touchline. Not allowing the ball to come through. And there's Danfa using his body to get in between as well, but just not able to get under possession so far, Potros. Getting in the right positions, getting their feet to the ball, but just not able to get the control that they're looking for at this point. Dalton having to go all the way back to the keeper and now cleared forward. A contest here on the near side. Graham wins it. Second ball, Lima's coming from behind. Was not offside, but it looks like it came off the Dalton player, but referees there on the field saw something different, and that time it will be a Potros throw. Good work there from Modou Diallo. Diallo was a part of the team last season, only got a couple of appearances, but has started every match so far. Here's Pedro Valenzuela driving into the box. Still Valenzuela. Valenzuela! Off of the post. A great drive into the box, nearly finding the opening goal on his left foot. A great play there from Pedro Valenzuela. He's come back into the squad this season, stronger than ever, and almost finds the opening goal there. We remember that long run he had a couple years ago in that game in Dalton that ended up winning it, and that time was almost finding the back of the net. But still stays 0-0 here in the 11th minute. McKeever putting the pressure on, winning a throw in deep inside of Dalton's half, and now this game is starting to come alive for Potros. Valverde with a throw into the box. McKeever going to try to get to it, but keeper of Dalton gets to it first. McKeever showing his presence after a strong fall season, spring season, apologies. Although he didn't get many goals, he contributed in many different ways, created a lot of chances, and got a lot of assists. Found his goal late inside the playoffs. Trying to get one on the score sheet today, but first they have to deal with Dalton, who's back in possession. McKeever putting the pressure. He blocks that one, but only enough for a throw. Wasn't able to keep it, but you can see the pressure on there. And the tempo that Ruiz has his team playing, just continuing the momentum that brought them the championship in the spring. Trying to defend that title. We've talked about it many times throughout the season so far, how much this Potros team is focused to try to defend their title, even with missing key players, even with key players from last season who did not return this season. They're trying to keep the momentum going, bringing in the new players, one of them being Danfa, who brings it back to Diallo. And you can see, just looking at the bench today, we've got Kwesi Paul and Omar Barrow, who had such an impressive season last season in that center back pairing, and neither of them starting today. So it just shows the opportunities as Diallo came into the starting lineup in the beginning of the season to make up for Barrow, who came into the season with an injury, Kwesi Paul, who missed most of the preseason, and so he took his opportunity and has not missed a beat. He has a chance for Potros. Lima flicking it on. Graham getting forward. A challenge from behind, but gets clean to the ball, and now Graham actually commits the foul there. And then alongside all of these, as we mentioned, the opportunities, like players like Diallo, who comes into the team today, like players like McKeever, who's taken the start and trying and creating danger so far. We've also got players in the U23 squad now getting the opportunity in the UPSL Division 1, who are continuing their development to support as well. And a lot of players who came into the squad, just adding so much depth, and it's going to be needed, as we mentioned. A lot of makeup games. We've already got the SSL game from last week that needs to be made up. That one will be played in about mid-November. We've got two other matches that need to be rescheduled due to U.S. Open Cup. And so it's going to be a lot of makeup, and it's going to require a lot of depth from this Potros side. Here's a chance on the attack. Darinho. Not the best connection. Puts it into an area, and Bradshaw trying to break up the attack early. Dalton with some time, gets it out wide. Bradshaw putting a tackle in. Doesn't commit a foul, but puts the Dalton player off. Dalton player thought he was fouled, now talking to the assistant referee. Dalton continuing the attack. Darinho back to help defend and wins that one back. Gets it to Valenzuela. Pressure on both sides. Plays it safely to Graham, but his touch was a little heavy. Now he's stuck on his goal line with pressure and does enough to win a throw. So thank you for joining us here on the Potros FC YouTube channel. If you're watching this live, we appreciate your patience. It seems so far that things have been going smoothly, but we do apologize in advance for any technical issues if it does cut out. It has cut out a couple times in the beginning of the game, but so far it seems that it's been smooth. So let us know your experience in the chat, and if you're watching this on the replay, then we welcome you as well. Dalton putting pressure back on. This game's gone back and forth in this match so far. Here's Lima. Just a heavy ball into the box. Was looking for the run of Darinho. It was the right idea, but not the right pace. Darinho knew he wasn't going to get to that one. He let it roll. Here's Dalton again. Using their typical strategy of getting a lot of numbers forward to cause problems. That's a good ball through. On the far side, has only one target in the box. Another one coming in late. He's holding it up to find support. Now tries to play it across, but Valenzuela's in the right place. A quick chance for Potros to counter here. Here's Danfa. Danfa with a nice cut. Gets past into the midfield. Now tries to go wide to Lima. A perfectly weighted pass to the feet of Lima. Lima going down the line, trying to get into the box. He's there now on a tight angle. Lima! Goal! Potros FC with the early lead through Pedro Lima. A great play there from Amadou Danfa, the young teenager from Senegal, getting his first assist. Pedro Lima continuing his goal-scoring run and a tight angle, finishing it on the back post. Let's look at that one once again. A great play there from Lima. Took a little bit of space, waited for the defender to come in, and on the tight angle, found the back post all by himself. The Brazilian winger who's come in a couple seasons ago as a young teenager, just turned 20 last week, and gets his third goal of the season. Potros FC 1 and Dalton 0. So Dalton, they're going to see if they can have a quick response, but they're behind once again.
UFC team that ended up going on to win.
One time touch, cross the box, keeper let it get to Here's another chance. Back to the keeper,
Cheech.
Are the restrooms that building right there?
No, they're locked. They're gonna be behind that brown building. Polo said they're locked. Yeah.
You're gonna lock them?
Yeah.
Don't worry, bro.
I know, but this one. Yeah, they're all the way there. One right now.
Hey, it's the first time for 6.
Oh, he's there. George, you want to start?
No, I'm saying.
We can watch that.
Get out, bro.
Oh, it's one. Hola, ¿cómo modelo?
Is that what you got?
Back.
We'll get to work. You all come or not?
Yeah.
And apologies, we lost audio for a second. I'm not sure how long the mic was muted for, but we're back live now. Ball over the top, looking for Dadinho. Dalton back on the attack. And apologies again, I think my mic was on mute for a while there. Uranga doing well to win that one back. Here's Lima. And another free kick called against Potros that time. 4th foul of the match for them. Nothing really excessive in the fouls so far, just some light trips and bumps that the referee has called. Nothing too aggressive yet. There was that penalty shout a few minutes ago against Lima. But on the replay, we could see it wasn't decisive, and there was some contact, some tugging, but not sure how much of the contact actually made an impact. Referee's position wasn't the best. He was far away from the play, but decided to let it go. And now here's Jallo contesting, manages to get it wide. Good work there from Modu Jallo. And here's Pedro Lima connecting back with Graham. Still working in this far side and ends up running out of space, and Dalton wins the possession back from a throw-in. Thank you to all of those who sent me messages that my mic was off. And apologies for that. Ball back into the box. A chance here for Dalton to turn and shoot. Not able to keep it down. That one will be a shot off target. Second shot of the match for Dalton. So it's only the second match of the week for the UPSL Premier Georgia Division. Earlier today, Georgia Impact from Zone 1 played to a 0-0 draw with Atletico Buford. They played last week as well. Atletico Buford was the home, and Atletico Buford got a 4-0 win on the day. This week, Georgia Impact was able to come away with a 0-0 draw. Also currently at this time, Scenic City Soccer Club is taking on Atlanta United Academy. So we don't have any score updates on that one, but if we find out, we'll share those with you. Potros on the attack, McKeever getting into the attacking third. A heavy touch there, picked out by Dalton, and McKeever ends up committing a foul in the corner, bringing that attack to an end. Dalton sending it long, nobody there for Dalton. Eric Graham decides to control it. Plays to the middle to Bradshaw. And not able to connect with his teammate. But what a good composure there from Eric Graham. He didn't need to control that ball. There was no one around him. But brought it down calmly and found his teammate in the middle. Shows his experience. We might have mentioned it while the mic was off, but he does have some professional experience playing in USL 1 and other top divisions. And so comes into this Potro squad adding a little bit of extra experience and depth. Another good reinforcement for the Potro side as they look to try to defend their title of the playoff champions. Here's Danfa, who got the assist for the goal. Trying to play it in for McKeever, just too heavy that time. And it was a great assist from Amadou Danfa, who's getting his first start today. Just the calmness in the midfield, had the pressure from Dalton, and that's going to be a foul against Jallo. But Amadou Danfa cut in the midfield, found the space for himself, played Lima with a perfectly weighted pass, and then Lima did the rest to finish that play. Dalton puts the ball back into play. McKeever aware to it, coming back to help defend. Now Dalton doing what they normally do, playing it around the back line. Going through the middle this time. And Oranga with the strength in the middle to just get onto it. And now sends McKeever in a 1v1 situation if he can bring it down. Fails to do so. And he wins it back there in a dangerous position. McKeever with a nice cut on his left foot shot and a miss from there. That was the opportunity for Sean McKeever on his left foot. He did all the work, got away without a foul. Look at it again. The first touch let him down, but he stuck with it. The Dalton player went down. No call on the play. Nice cut. He did everything right except for the finish. He misses that one from close range. A big opportunity miss there from Potros to double the lead. And a little bit of a delay here as there's no game ball. Sorry, there is a game ball. The goalkeeper was just getting his team set up for the goal kick. And Dalton back in the attacking third, trying to find a player wide, but Valverde picks it out. Now Uranga calmly back to Verona. Verona on a one-time kick into the middle. Bradshaw luckily there to clean it up. A little bit rushed there from Verona. Potros now have a chance to attack on their own with Valenzuela with a great outside of the foot pass there. Lima going into the box, has pressure on his back, cuts it back to Danfa. Danfa leaves it for Darinho and doesn't get his foot around the ball the right way. So 2 opportunities in a short period of time, not able to get the right contact on the ball that they're looking for. Just a little bit excited in the final third and ends up skying that one well over the goal. Take a look at that. Great ball there from Pedro Valenzuela with the outside of the foot. It just curls as it reaches the corner and stays in play. Lima did extremely well. A nice move there, and then Darinho, just the shot was missing. Ball was back into play. Potros winning it back and a chance to go forward again. Danfa connecting with Bradshaw. Bradshaw with a nice tackle from Dalton to win it back. Jallo now on the ball, finds Graham on the near side. Back to Jallo with pressure. Skips the midfield, goes to Lima. Lima chests it down to Valenzuela. Valenzuela's first time pass is too high for Kiever. Now chance for Dalton looking to go over the top. A nice brought down, but Uranga was in the right place and ends up clearing it away from the Dalton player. Jallo trying to come forward. And ball back with Potros. Lima winning it back. He's been getting the best of number 13 for Dalton for most of this match and does again so there. Here's Danfa carrying the ball forward. This time he's bodied off the ball by Dalton. Darinho working together with Danfa to win it back and forcing the ball into the feet of Uranga. Uranga carrying into the middle. Tried to find McKeever on the ball through. Uranga continued his run and put the pressure there. McKeever helping out as well. And now Valverde sends it to safety. It's going to bounce to Lima's feet. Here's Lima cutting back inside, a little bit heavy, and Dalton player able to get to it. And now Dalton with a chance down the line. An excellent pass there. The speed of Graham. Excellent speed there from Eric Graham to recover there and let that one go out for a goal kick. Strong defensive effort from Eric Graham so far in this match. Starting today in that left back position. Caden Macias, who started there last week, is on the bench today. He was out of town, missed training, so did not get the start, but did make the squad for the game. A ball from Verona finds the feet of Darinho. Excellent pass there from Verona. Much calmer than the last time. Here's Darinho connecting back to Uranga. Benjamin Uranga wearing the captain band today. Owner of Red Top Indoor, one of the partners of Potros. Newly opened facility in Cartersville, Georgia. Good work here from Potros to get some possession in the attacking third. Valverde trying to put a cross in early. Not dealt with by Dalton, but this time on the second attempt they are able to get back in possession with a lot of space as well. Looking for the runner. He ran into an offside position, so goes short instead. A 1v1 battle. Graham commits the foul, stopping the attack for Dalton. But Dalton now have the opportunity from the set piece. They play it quickly back into play. Chance to try a shot from outside the box, or they'll try to connect and get some more numbers forward. Going on the far side, Valverde with a strong challenge there. And perfectly timed challenge. It plays behind, finding the feet of McKeever. McKeever bringing it down, trying to find Dadinho, just too much in front of him, and Dalton defenders able to come away with it. Dalton committing numbers forward, leaving open gaps in the back, as they tend to do. Here's another chance for Dalton. Going for the shot himself, but not able to bring it down, and that one will be easy for Verona to see it all the way through.
Wake up, Dalton!
35 minutes gone, 10 minutes remaining in the first half, plus added time. Not many stoppages in this half, but the only difference in the game so far is the goal from Pedro Lima that came in the 17th minute. Sean McKeever had the next best opportunity. There was also a penalty shout for Lima, but referee didn't give it, and score continues 1-0. Dalton with only one shot on target. McKeever trying to flick it on. He's done well so far in place of the missing Mbomio, McKeever, but he did have that miss from in front of goal, and he'll want that one back for sure. Now has moved over to the wing, where Dadinho has come to the central position. And Verona clears. Valverde on the second attempt gets it forward. And now cleared out for a Potros throw. Valverde asking the ref about the foul, was not given. Long throw behind the defense. Here's Dadinho in a tight shot. Has two defenders in front of him and doesn't get control of the ball to a teammate. Another opportunity gone there. That one not able to even finish with a shot. But the danger is still showing. Gotta be more calm in front of goal for Potros. They're having the opportunities to extend their lead, and they don't extend it. We know Dalton can put all the pressure on. We've seen it year after year. Last season, Potros went into the halftime with a 3-1 lead, and the second half was all Dalton just attacking it one after another. They had two penalty kicks. They missed one and scored the second. Game ended 3-2, so if they don't find that second goal, they could be putting themselves into a dangerous position as this game gets later on. But here's an opportunity with 5 players forward for Potros. Danfa not able to get control. Puts a tackle in, doesn't commit a foul. Play continues. See, Dalton, they're leaving big gaps in the back too, and Potros have been finding those gaps, just haven't been able to finish it. Uranga forward to Lima, who's come more central, trying to get some touches on the ball. Odu Jallo forward to Valenzuela, who's come to the far side to take over the spot of Lima. And now a physical battle here. Graham showing his speed and timing, and ends up winning a free kick. Ball back into play, but referee's going to have them restart it because of a confrontation between the two players. Uranga quickly there to help calm down the situation, and now the referee will have a chance to talk to the Dalton player. Referee today, Will Herndon.
Bueno, 25, sígale poniendo esfuerzo ahí.
And now Eric Graham will get us back underway. Goes long, looking for Dadinho. The header from Dalton straight up, still the second ball to deal with. It gets headed backwards. Dalton's keeper is off his line very far. Goalkeeper picked it up very close to the line. Referee thought about it. He put the whistle to his mouth, but decided otherwise as he was right on the line. Thought about the handball, but Again, the ball has to be completely over the line 100% in order to be given. So if it's on the line, it's considered inside the penalty area. Throw in taken by Dalton. Ball's back into play. And trying to connect on the near side. White players all around, making it difficult.
Right there, don't back up. Get the pressure on.
Reaching the final 5 minutes. Potros FC with the 1-0 lead. Retaining their spot at the top of the table for the time being. Darinho connecting. Here's Lima. To Danfa with pressure. Goes back to Oranga. Oranga with pressure all around him had to play it forward. Dealt with the first ball. Second ball, Oranga heads it forward. Looking at McKeever with plenty of space in front of him. If he can get control, looks across to Darinho. Darinho with a chance here at the edge of the box. Dalton quick to recover and block the shot. Bradshaw now with possession in the middle. Does well to get away from the pressure. Connects with Danfa. Another chance again for Potros. They're getting into the right spaces, just not able to find that final touch and that composure in the front to finish the plays. But the signs are there if they continue to knock. A nice play there from Lima with the one-touch pass to Valenzuela. Lima continuing his run. Now ball played wide to McKeever. McKeever flicks into the box. Lima had just stopped his run for a second. If he had continued his run, he might have gone to it. And now Dalton looking for the runners. Found a man with space, but can't do anything with it. Bradshaw in the way. Gets it to Danfa. Danfa one time back to Bradshaw. McKeever. Numbers for Potros again. Dalton midfield coming back slowly. McKeever. Can they take advantage this time? McKeever with the outside of the foot on target. Getting closer, but not there yet.
Keeper, you got to play it open on the right.
Valverde misses that one and goes for a Dalton throw. This game is wide open right now. The midfield is completely open. Potros defending well with numbers again. Can see some tired legs. We're still early in the season, only the third game for both of these teams. And a 10-game regular season, a little bit shorter than the last couple of seasons because of the division being split into 2 zones. But there will be plenty of matches to see here. Throw it into the box. It falls to Jallo and ends up in a corner for Dalton. Second corner of the match. Dalton can get a goal back here before halftime. It can completely change the complexity of this match, the complexion of this match, rather, in the second half. Here they go with the corner kick. They put it to the front post. Dealt with by Valverde. Now gets it cleared. McKeever wins the first one. Lima's there on the second. I think he got a touch to it, but not enough to get control. And that was actually Darinho, not McKeever. And now Dalton playing the ball forward. Jallo coming across to head and get it to safety for the time being. Dalton still putting the pressure on with about 1 minute to go, 2 minutes to go before added time. Then we'll try to see how much time is going to be added. It's going to be hard to tell from up here in the press box, but we'll see if we can get an indicator. Throw for Dalton. The last time they won a corner out of it with the long throw. See what they can do this time. And Dalton player pushing the Potros player into the post. And referee just slowly walking over. Didn't look like he was even paying attention to what happened. Now he's talking to the players. As the throwing comes in now. Uranga was the one who got the last touch. So another corner for Dalton. Dalton looking to put an in-swinger in with the left foot. They've got numbers in the box. It goes to the front post, won by Graham. Ball's into the empty space. Lima coming across. The Dalton player gets to it first. I believe that's Yip van den Essen, the number 9 for Dalton. Their top scorer for the last couple seasons. We are now into added time. Looks like it's going to be 1 minute of added time is what we can see from the referee. He's holding up one finger. Valverde back to defend. Uranga clears. They've got to hold on for a few more seconds to go into the lead. Halftime with the lead. And a Dalton player just falls over there. A 3v1 for Potros. A good opportunity here. Gets it wide to Dadinho. 1v1. Dadinho going himself with the left foot and misses another opportunity there. You can't get any better than that with the 3v1. The shooting boots are not there today. We'll see, they've had many opportunities to go to double their lead. Doesn't look like it's going to happen before this halftime break. Right there, the Dalton player losing his balance. And what situation? You can't ask for a better situation than this. But not able to find it. Dadinho still without a goal. The club's all-time scorer. No goals this season so far. And here's another opportunity, perhaps before halftime, as the ball was played back. Dalton's keeper clears, and then second ball cleared as well. And now that will bring us to halftime. So the difference in the game so far is the goal from Pedro Lima coming in the 17th minute. And Potros FC will go into halftime with the 1-0 lead. This is the difference in the game so far. This play right here, the nice finish there on the back post. So Potros FC will have a lot to think about, especially those missed opportunities. We'll see what Dalton does in the second half, if anything can be different. If they decide to make any changes, we'll be back to bring you that in about 15 minutes. Welcome back as we get ready for the second half here in Dalton, Georgia. Dalton United 0, Potros FC 1. The goal coming in the 17th minute from Pedro Lima. We can take a look at the first half stats. Potros out shooting Dalton, but only 2 shots on target. One was the goal, and the other one was a shot from Sean McKeever that ended up in the hands of the goalkeeper. So plenty of really good opportunities in that first half. One for Sean McKeever from right in front of the goal. One in a 3v1 right before halftime that Dadinho missed. And so that's the story of the first half, is the opportunities missed. Potros could have gone into halftime with a bigger lead. They missed their opportunities. Dalton's still yet to really put any danger on the goal. They had 1 shot on target, which came in the first 5 minutes. A shot that was pretty easily dealt with by Verona, although it did slip through his hands, showing a little bit of signs of vulnerability. But other than that, he hadn't had too much to do. So we'll see if any changes for either side, either tactical or personnel, could make a difference in this game. Potros was the better of the 2 teams, but we know that with this Dalton side, especially being at home, anything can happen. So they've got to be strong. They've got to be focused as we go into this second half. As the teams take the field, let's take a look at the difference in this match so far. The goal from Pedro Lima as he drove into the box from a tight angle, finished it on the back post, an excellent finish. The goal was assisted by Amadou Danfa, who got his first start today, as well as Sean McKeever, Eric Graham, and Jonathan Valverde also getting their first starts of the day. So as the teams come on to the field, it looks like there's going to be no changes for Potros at halftime. Frankie Ruiz, the head coach, giving a little bit more time to the players to maybe try to redeem themselves from those opportunities in the first half before the substitutes will get ready to come and make an impact in this game. If we take a look at the bench for Potros, the options that Frankie Ruiz has today, he's got Omar Barrow, Brendan Fry, Sebastian Lopez, Caden Macias, Jimmy Lee Noel, Quasi Paul, Daniel Rohr, Kevin Ruiz, and then they've got the backup goalkeeper Felipe Peixoto also. So plenty of options for Frankie Ruiz if he seems that he needs to make some changes. And as we mentioned in the first half, as we get ready as the season starts, there's going to be a lot of matches coming up, especially near the end of the season. Some makeup matches. We have the SSL match that was postponed last week due to bad weather. We had the 2 other matches, Scenic City and North Georgia, which will have to be rescheduled due to U.S. Open Cup conflict. So there's going to be a lot of opportunities for players. Speaking of U.S. Open Cup qualifying, Potros FC will be back in action in 2 weeks after this match in U.S. Open Cup qualifying second round against North Georgia United. So 2 weeks without any UPSL action, and then they return back home after that against LSA Norcross Pro in the UPSL Premier season. So a lot of opportunities, a lot of soccer to be played. And we also will have the U23s in action tomorrow against Atletico Buford 2. That match will be streamed on our on our YouTube channel. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss it. Potros getting ready to get us kicked off here in the second half. I'm Christopher Uranga on the road at Dalton, Georgia, Dalton High School, bringing you this match live. And we get the whistle, the kickoff from Dadinho. Players coming forward for Potros, and the ball played forward by Uranga. Won by Dalton, second ball falls to Valenzuela. Right from the start, getting into the attacking positions. Graham connecting on the far side, looking for Lima. Ball stays in play. And the ball eventually falls back to the back line of Potros. So showing the intent in the second half of keeping the ball in the attacking positions, trying to pick up where they left off in the first half. Dalton, not sure if any changes were made. We didn't get a roster, so we aren't able to confirm. Looks like they might have switched to a back 4 instead of a back 3, which is a tactical change. Not sure if any personnel was changed, as that ball rolls into the hands of Verona right at the edge of the penalty area. Verona with not much to do in that first half. Only 1 save. He's done well finding some long balls to get balls forward. Now that one looking for McKeever. The Dalton player actually brought it down with his feet, and the midfielder coming back to help out and win it back. Valverde with a strong challenge. Foul is going to be called on him. He got away with it for a second. Referee was a little slow on the whistle. So we'll see as this game continues if there are any changes for Dalton. They're trying to get back into this game with a long ball over the top. Good use of the body from the Dalton forward to bring that one down. One opportunity could be all it takes to get back into this game. Saw a similar situation last season where Potros went into the halftime with a 3-1 lead. Second half, Dalton just completely attacked the entire half, but only was able to get one back. That one goes down as a shot on target, safely into the hands of Verona. Not enough pace to really cause any danger, and a long ball finds the feet of Lima. Lima trying to flick it up. A Dalton player gets his head to it, stopping the attack. Dalton once again. Bradshaw coming back to put pressure. Ball played wide. Thought about putting it first time. Takes a touch instead. Now gets it in. Uranga in the way. Darinho running out of space. Gets it out for a throw. Looks like swap of balls at halftime as a different set of Voight balls will be used for the second half. Probably the higher tier quality version of the balls. And Danfa gets the ball to Lima. The same connection we saw in the first half for the opening goal. Lima this time not close enough to go into the box, but goes to the center instead. Trying the shot from far, and that one's into the top corner. What a golazo! Golazo! Pedro Lima take a bow. What a hit. Gets his second of the game, his fourth of the season. What a finish there from the winger. The 20-year-old winger gets his second. Gives Potros the 2-0 lead that they've been knocking on the door for all game. And what a hit. We got to see that one again. Just bullet into the top corner. What a finish there. We got to see that one once again. We can't even take our eyes off it for 1 second. We want to see it one more time before we get kicked off here. But again, that same link up that we saw in the first half. Amadou Danfa played it wide to Lima, and Lima carried it all himself. And apologies, we're trying to get the replay back up, but it's not playing for some reason. Sorry about that. We'll take a look at that one again for sure at some point. But what a finish there. That has to be one of the goals of the season. Potros back with the ball quickly. Finally found that 2-0 lead that they've been looking for all first half. Another great ball from Danfa, finding Lima on the far side. Has options in the box if he can get a cross away. Finds Darinho on the back post, not able to find the connection. That one will roll out for a Dalton throw. Let's see if we can take one more look at that one. Just what a hit here from Pedro Lima. From about 31 yards, just bullet into that top corner. We're going to be watching that one again and again all week. Darinho coming out wide, gets it into the box, almost gets, no, he does get it back, but is unable to get it under control on the second attempt. Here's Dalton. Down but not out. Still trying to create something. Valverde in the way. Gets it to Valenzuela, but too heavy for him. Dalton with a chance to attack here. Valenzuela gets in the way. Good work from the midfield to get that block off. Here's Danfa. 2 assists today from the young teenager. Came into the squad, has a bit of a language barrier coming from Senegal. But when you're on the field, you're able to find those link-ups like Danfa did with Lima twice in this match so far. The language barrier does not matter. All that matters is the language of the ball. Here's Lima. Oh, tried the back heel with Graham making the overlapping run. Graham still forward. Lima gets it back underway. Valenzuela gets it forward to McKeever. McKeever's nice touch away from pressure. Just too heavy on the pass forward to Graham. Some substitutes getting warmed up for Potros. Referee not happy with the position of the throw. Will make them retake it.
Swim in or swim up?
Here comes Dalton. Uranga getting in the way, not allowing them to create the attack.
What about that?
So no Nazario and Bomio, no problem for Pedro Lima taking over the goal scoring today. Lima with a quick touch to the middle, Valenzuela. It actually came off a Dalton player, so it'll be another Potros throw. Graham getting the long throw, looking for McKeever. Ball bouncing around and eventually falls to McKeever. He's pulled back, wins a free kick. Eric Graham to take the free kick. Puts a cross into the box, looking for McKeever. McKeever heads back across, goes backwards into the middle, and now a chance for Dalton to break here. Dalton gets it wide, has a player in the middle if he can find him, decides to carry instead. Now a run coming from deep, and a tight angle. Verona off his line, gets a touch to it, and cleared away on the second attempt. Great work there from Cameron Verona. Ball still in play, being dealt with. Dadinho coming back to help collect it. Carrying the ball forward himself, runs out of space, goes down hard. Play continuing. No fouls. Uranga on the ground. Ball into the box again, and Verona off his line. Flag comes up for offside. A crazy series of events there. So ball was not able to clear. Tackles coming in from all over the place, and eventually comes dead with an offside. But let's take a look at this opportunity once again for Dalton. The run from deep. Joello followed it, cut off the shot, and Verona off his line did well to not allow Dalton back into this game. Temperature starting to pick up, not on the field in terms of the weather, but in terms of the intensity of the match. As we saw in that last series, just tackles flying in from all over the place. Nothing unclean. You can see Dalton not giving up. They still want to be in this game. Ball there. Dalton player heads it back. Now played forward. The speed of the Dalton player there to carry the ball forward. Cuts back. Right at the edge of the box, a 2v1. And Dalton player continues with it, but that shot was nowhere near the target. Looks like the first substitute's getting ready to be made for Potros. Frankie Ruiz gives the final instructions. I believe that's Caden Macias getting ready to come in. He started the last match out in Birmingham. Actually, looks like it's going to be two changes made. The other one looks like it will be Kwesi Paul. Kwesi Paul, who got a goal off the bench last week against Birmingham. Normally plays center, but came into the game as a sub and played as an attacking midfielder. And got a late goal in that 7-1 victory. The 31-year-old Grenadian showing his experience, international experience, and played with Frankie Ruiz in the past. Came into this Potros team midway through the last season and completely reshaped the entire defense and the entire momentum of the season, leading to that playoff victory. So Kwesi Paul will get another appearance today off the bench. We'll see who he comes on for in a few moments, but first, Dalton going back to the attack. A late challenge there by Amadou Danfa, and he'll pick up the first yellow card of the match. So yellow card shown to Amadou Danfa in the 57th minute. Shouts from the Dalton fans asking for substitutes, asking for changes. They're not happy with the current scoreline. They expect more from their team, from a team who's always challenging for titles, always making it to the playoffs. They've gone to the national playoffs in previous seasons. Not a good start to this season with a loss and a draw. Currently behind by 2. Looks like the substitutes would now be made. Yep, substitutes will be made. So 2 subs for Potros. Jonathan Valverde will be replaced by Caden Macias, and Modu Jallo will be replaced by Kwesi Paul. Cross coming in from Dalton. Bounces to the back post. And a miss there from number 25. The flag did not come up. That was an opportunity for Dalton. We've seen them, Potros, in similar situations miss, and now Dalton have one of their own. And Dalton will actually make a sub now after that play. Let's take a look at that one again. From the free kick, it just bounced right in between all the players. Nobody from either team got a touch, it looks like. And on the acrobatic finish, not able to keep it down, goes over the bar. So, Potros looking to keep their first clean sheet of the season. They've done so far, and that was a good opportunity for Dalton to get back into this game. So Kwesi Paul back into the defensive line, as we saw him so many times last season. Ball bouncing in the middle. Dalton player comes away with it. Valenzuela quick to put the pressure on. On the second attempt, gets it wide. Dalton with a chance to attack here. Running the ball forward. Paul with the first involvement in the match, winning the ball back defensively. Uranga with him to keep it in play. Plays it to the feet of Graham. Graham takes it himself to the middle. A long switch here with Darinho. A chance for Potros. A good break here, but Darinho rushed it and picked out by Dalton player. Ball played forward. Uranga tried to find the feet of Valenzuela, but it was just too far for him. Ball over the top. A chance here for Dalton. A 1v1 opportunity. Uranga coming back to help defend. Verona with the save on the second attempt. Back into Verona's hand once again. So a double chance there from Dalton and a double save from Verona. That was another opportunity. Dalton starting to look more dangerous. 3 really good opportunities back to back. Not able to find the back of the net. Verona and Uranga working together to cut it down and stop it from going in. But a dangerous opportunity there. A great ball through in the middle. We'll take a look at that one in a second. Here's Verona trying to get the ball forward. And you got to ask, it all started with that counter from Potros that was given away in the middle of the field. So they've got to be more. They've got to be more intentional with those counterattacks, finishing those plays, not allowing those types of opportunities to come through. Another one lost in the back. Uranga this time in the way, not allowing it through. Bradshaw with the ball through, and Lima wasn't ready for it. Ended up going out. Dalton's starting to look more dangerous, but this time Graham not allowing the ball through. Paul with a nice calm pass to the middle. Darinho, another ball forward picked out. Darinho putting the pressure. Dalton player wins it, but McKeever came from behind to win that one back. And now Eric Graham calmly getting the ball back to Verona, allowing his team to have some space. Trying to spread out the field. Now they go long. First ball won by Dalton, second ball to the feet of Dalton. Here they come again. Another ball through. Uranga 1v1. Dalton player continuing, plays the ball to the middle. A shot from the edge of the box. That one's into the back of the net. So Dalton finally getting the opportunity, finally getting the goal. They're back within one. Finish to the back post. A nice shot there. Nothing Verona could do. But you got to ask the question for Potros. They were under control, giving the ball away in the middle multiple times, allowing Dalton to create these chances. They've got to do better with the possession that they've had to stop these, and it'll be another goal. Against, and about 28 minutes to go plus added time.
Buena, 22, otra vez. ¡Pon a calentar tus muchachos, técnico!
And a yellow card shown to one of Dalton's players, I believe, because after the goal, Verona tried to get the ball back, and I'm not sure exactly what happened, but a yellow card shown to Dalton United. A bit of a conversation with the captain before we get back underway. Now ball's back in. Here's Uranga looking to send the ball forward, like we saw at the beginning of the second half. Now nobody there from Potros, and Dalton will get the ball back with the keeper. Looking to play out from the back. Pressure from Lima. Calmness from the Dalton player to get away from the pressure. Looking over the top. Here's Paul. Graham puts it up, but referee said the ball was already out of play before he did. And as Dalton continues to put the pressure on, you'll wonder if those missed opportunities in the first half will come back to haunt Potros, but Lima so far making the difference with his 2 goals. Here he is again. That time picked out by Dalton before any danger could be created. Paul that time in the way. Dalton still in the Potros half. Connecting in the middle. This time finding a forward. Able to turn. Gets it wide. Continues his run. Cuts inside. Dalton continuing. Getting numbers forward. They have good control with good momentum. Ball into the box. Graham away in the way. Paul keeps it in play. And now cleared forward. Finds Lima. Lima with 3 Dalton players around him. Dalton wins it back. Ball played off of Lima. Will be another Dalton throw. Dalton with a lot more intention in the second half. They look like they've got some of the tactics down that they were missing in the first half. They've got the momentum on their side right now as they play a ball back. Another substitute getting ready for Potros. It's Daniel Rohr getting ready to come in. See who he replaces. Dalton playing a ball over the top. It bounces, and now on the second attempt it does go out. So substitute now for Potros. Daniel Rohr ready to come in. We'll see who he replaces. Looks like it's going to be Amadou Danfa, the one who gets replaced. So 2 assists today from the young Senegalese teenager. Got his first start in the midfield. A good 65 minutes. Daniel Rohr comes in to finish off this match in the midfield. See if he can help to get the game back under control for Potros. Graham getting the throw back in, looking for Lima, won by Dalton. Second ball will be Kwesi Paul. Ball bounces in the middle, not able to get control. Rohr flicks it on. Here's McKeever. McKeever with a nice turn. Here's Dadinho with some space. Dadinho cuts back, has Lima. Here's Lima from a tight angle. His touch is too heavy and runs out of space. A Nice turn there from McKeever to send Dadinho forward. Dadinho did much better this time, not calmer, but Lima was this time his touch was a little too heavy. The fine details. That can be polished as we're still early in the season, and a player down now in the middle of the field for Potros, I believe. I'm going to see if that's Sean McKeever, who's down with a bit of cramp. He's back on his feet now. He's the one who played that ball forward. As looks like he'll be replaced. And that's Jimmy Lee Noel, who's getting ready to come on in his place. So that's going to be the end for Sean McKeever, who came in to replace the injured Nazario and Bomio. Had his opportunities, wasn't able to take them today. Jimmy Lee Noel coming into this game, getting his second appearance on the season. Dalton United also making a change on the stoppage. So Potros with 5 changes, they have 2 remaining. Dalton only with 2 changes up to this point. Getting another attacker on. Bradshaw up in the midfield to win that first ball. Ball's bouncing around. That one's going to fall to Valenzuela. Tried to head it into the space, but the Dalton player was privy to it and got in the way. Graham winning the ball back. Oh, free kick called against him. Unfairly in the referee's opinion. 10th foul of the match for Potros. Only 1 yellow card, and that was to Amadou Danfa, who has been replaced. Dalton trying to create some danger with this free kick. Last time they did, but this time it's won by Potros on the first attempt. Second ball bounces. Dalton player still doing well to get his body with the ball. Trying to play it into the box. Valenzuela's in the way. Shouts for a handball. It was hard to tell from here where it actually made contact. Valenzuela now getting his body that one. Bradshaw tried to play the ball forward. It falls to Jimmy Lee Noel. He loses possession, but now wins it back. Macias hasn't really been involved since coming on. Now he gets the ball forward to Roar. Roar with pressure gets it wide to Noel. Noel back to Roar. Roar back to Noel. Good link-up play here. Noel now looking for the long switch, looking for Lima. Finds him, chested. Second ball won by Dalton, and a foul called against Lima. Good to see the substitutes, Roar, Noel, Macias all linking up on this near side. Now a long ball. Macias there to head down, finds Noel. Trying to turn, has pressure on his back. Gets past the first pressure. Plays it to the feet of Dadinho, who loses the ball. Dalton's goalkeeper clearing, not too far. Falls to the feet of Lima. His touch is heavy behind him, but gets a tackle in to win it back. Graham. Bradshaw finding Lima wide. Has a player in front of him. That's Dadinho. Dadinho has a runner in the box with Roar. Goes himself, cuts inside. Tries the shot. It was a half shot, half cross. I think he was looking for Roar, but it was too far in front of him and too wide to cause any danger as well. 20 minutes remaining. Potros still with the narrow 1-goal lead. Dalton putting a lot of pressure in the last 10-15 minutes. Defending their home field here in Dalton High School. Headed by Bradshaw to the feet of Noel. Noel tried to flick it on for Roar, but picked out by Dalton. They have a chance now to go to the attack. Finds a forward. And Uranga in the way, not allowing the turn, not allowing any balls to be put into danger. They'll get a throw in instead. Dalton United still knocking on the door, looking for the answer, looking for the tying goal. They won't get it this time as it goes out for a throw. The subs for Potros help making a difference in this game so far. They've brought some extra energy into this match that was starting to go down with the players who were starting. And a ball looking to go through, finds Dadinho's feet, flicked onto Lima. Lima trying to get it forward to Dadinho. Dalton players using the numbers to get it back. A midfield challenge there. And Dalton once again, but this time Lima's back to win it back. Actually, sorry, that was no, that was Lima. That was Valenzuela, actually. Here he is on the ball again. Valenzuela finds Dadinho through. Dadinho with a 1v1 opportunity. Tries to go around the keeper. Keeper gets it. And that time he does finish it. Dadinho adding to his score tally, adding to his overall tally, making up for the ones that he missed early on. And he gets a goal to his name. Gives Potros the 3-1 lead. Gives them that bit of a cushion. And Potros back with that 2-goal lead. Dadinho, we apologize for the ones that was missed before. This time he did not miss. See a perfectly timed pass by Valenzuela, assisted by him. Dadinho calmly waited for the keeper to commit, found the keeper down, and then he was able to slot it away into that bottom corner. Potros 3, Dalton United 1 in the 73rd minute. They had opportunity after opportunity in this match to put it away early. They made it more difficult for themselves. They allowed Dalton some hope, but now they're back in the 2-goal lead. They've got to be strong to hold on for the rest of this match. Dalton playing the ball in the back. Potros putting the pressure on. They've got a little bit of lifted energy after that goal. Dadinho finally opens his scoring on the season after just missing out on the Golden Boot last fall. He had 15 goals, lost out to Anthony Sumo on the last day, but he gets his first one of the season here, and now we're going to see a change. Kevin Ruiz getting ready to come in to replace Pedro Lima. That's the 6th sub for Potros today. Dadinho will go out to the wing. Graham with a long throw, looking to get it to Ruiz for the first opportunity, but it doesn't get a touch. It'll be another throw. Graham coming across to take it again. Graham gets it into the box. Won by Dalton. Cleared into the middle. Brought down by Noel. Valenzuela with a nice touch to get some space for himself. Gets a shot on target. Great work from Valenzuela today. Almost got a goal really early on. Hit the post. Got an assist with that goal to Dadinho. And continues to just bring energy to this midfield. Here's Ruiz putting the pressure on. Again, talking about energy. Came onto this game bringing the energy. Here's Uranga. Gets it back to Verona. Headed forward by Dalton. Uranga does well to let it out. Potros staying perfect so far on the season. Almost over the line to see another win. Dalton United's one of the teams that Potros will only face once in this fall season. With the realignment, there's 8 teams in Zone 2. And they'll play every team, and they'll play 3 teams twice. Those being North Georgia, FC Birmingham, and Scenic City Soccer Club. So the other teams, the other 4 teams will only play once, which is Dalton United, Atlanta United Academy, LSA Norcross Pro, and SSL FC. All played forward by Ruiz. Roar wasn't able to get to it. Might have been offside if he did get to it. And also, in addition to UPSL Premier, Potros will also be competing in US Open Cup qualifying. Their first game will be in 2 weeks against North Georgia United in Dalton, Georgia. So they'll be traveling back up here in a couple of weeks' time. A great ball there from Valenzuela looking for Dadinho. Can he add? But the flag comes up for offside. Look close. You know, this assistant referee on the near side did miss one in the first half in Dalton. Against Dalton, I should say. That one looked close from up here. We have to see the replay to see the position of Dadinho at the time of the pass. Nonetheless, play continues. Here's Valenzuela turning with a lot of space again. Finds Roar. Roar with the one-time pass wide to Noel. Jimmy Lee Noel. He has Roar continuing his run in the box. Falls to Ruiz at the edge of the box with a shot of the left foot. Not able to keep it down. A chance missed there. Let's see that offside real quick from Dadinho. See, did he time his run? Very hard to tell from this angle. It looks like he might have been fine. And then a couple plays later, just a few seconds after, this cross from Noel fell to the back post to Ruiz. Had plenty of time, just not able to keep the ball down on the shot. And now we'll see a third substitute for Dalton. The closing stages of this match as they'll look for their last couple of opportunities to try to get in. One more substitute getting ready for Potros. They have one more substitute remaining. Looks like it'll be Sebastian Lopez getting ready. Paul winning that ball in midfield. Valenzuela playing it wide to Dadinho. Dadinho finds the feet of, I believe that's Ruiz. Cross into the box. Roar to the front post. Off the post. Unlucky there from Daniel Roar, looking to add his first goal of the season. And now Dalton on the counterattack. So nearly for Potros to continue this good scoring streak. They've got a +9 goal difference coming into this game. Right now with these two goals, they'll have a +11. And a foul there by Kwesi Paul. No card on the play, despite the shouts from the fans. And look at that opportunity just from a second ago from Daniel Roar. Nice link up from the Potros players. A great cross from Kevin Ruiz on the first time shot. Comes off the post. The second shot off the post today for Potros. Unlucky for Daniel Roar. Came back into the team after going away for a season with Georgia Revolution, looking for opportunities to get more minutes. Came back, wanted to prove himself to Coach Frankie Ruiz, and got the opportunity and nearly found a goal there. But he's been sharp since he came on. A chance here for Dalton on the free kick. If they can score this one, it could change the last parts of this match. They play it wide, putting a cross in now. Verona off his line. The flag comes up for offside. It does end up in the back of the net, but it will not count. As Verona headed it into the player, was standing in an offside position. We'll see if we can take a look at that one again. Yeah, you can see about 2 or 3 players from Dalton standing behind the line of defense, being in an offside position. So despite Verona punching it into the player, he was standing offside position in front of Verona, so he still impacted the player. Dalton makes their 4th substitute. They definitely are in a back 4 now, it looks like. But it hasn't been enough so far. They've had opportunities. They got one back. Potros continued to counteract and took another lead with Dadinho. Verona gets it back in. All of the players pushed forward. Dadinho flicks it on, finds Ruiz. Back to Dadinho, running into the box on a tight angle. Can he add another one? That time it's saved by Dalton's keeper. But they continue to knock on the door. Great play there. Dadinho winning the ball from Verona. Ruiz playing it in from a tight angle. Did well to test the keeper on that front post, winning a corner kick. Surprisingly, this is actually the first corner kick of the match for Potros, coming in the 80th minute. So it took 80 minutes for them to get their first corner. Cross coming into the back post. Paul and Bradshaw there. Bradshaw guts to it. Just flicks it, just brings it down, but no one there on the second ball. Bradshaw now coming out wide and gets his body in the way for it to go up for a throw. Dalton once again, this time plays it to the feet of Macias. Macias back to Oranga. With pressure, gets it back to Verona, who cleared up the field. Dalton player not able to control, but didn't get a touch, so still has the throw. Dadinho getting in the way. Definitely a much better second half for Dadinho. Gets a goal, nearly got a second one, but been way more dangerous, been helping on defense, continues to run. Great work from one of the club's all-time appearance. Hit the 100 match mark last season. We'll add to that this season. Next one on the list is Verona, getting into the already in the 90s. So we'll look to try to get into the 100 match club this season. Valenzuela also getting into the top 10 appearances this season. He made his 50th appearance last time out. Dalton with another corner. Might be one of the last opportunities. And the final substitute for Potros is getting ready. Sebastian Lopez at the half field. I don't think it's going to happen on this play. The referee will allow the corner before the sub. Dalton putting the cross in. Won by Paul, and it'll be another corner. So Lopez will have to wait. Cross from Dalton, this time to the back post. Bradshaw there, heads away. Dadinho on the second one. Looking to play the ball forward, cuts back. Still has pressure, gives it away. Here's Dalton. At the edge of the box. Looks, shouts for handball, not given a shot. That one's way off target. Now Sebastian Lopez will be able to enter the match. The final substitute for Potros. The player being replaced is going to be Mark Dadinho Bino, who as it stands, got his first goal of the season. Might be enough to help Potros over the line. Sebastian Lopez, his second appearance today. Made a short cameo against Birmingham as well. Nearly got a goal that time out. Quickly getting involved, winning that one on the goal kick. And now Paul sending the ball forward. It's going to be the Dalton keeper from the outside of his box getting his foot to the ball. Not cleanly, and Dalton wasn't able to keep it in play, and Potros went to throw in the Dalton half. Frankie Ruiz, another moments away, I should say, from another win on his tenure as Potros FC head coach. Already won one championship, looking to try to add more this season. And another substitute for Dalton. The fifth of the match for them. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to catch up with all of the Potros games this season. Tomorrow we will be back to bring you the UPSL Division 1 match between Atletico Buford 2 and Potros FC's U23s. They got their first win in their opener last week against Chattanooga FC U20s. A 3-2 comeback win thanks to goals from James Thierer and Jordan Yaffin. So they'll be looking to continue on the good form as both teams continue to be perfect so far this season. Verona off his line to clear that one away. That one will go all the way out over the fence. Dalton still trying to get back into this game. If they can get one now, they might still have something in it. Paul getting his head to that one. Noel letting it fall to him. Plays it wide to Macias. Valenzuela continuing his run wide. Finds him wide here. Here's Valenzuela. Has Roar in front of him. Decides to go long instead. Finding Lopez. He couldn't bring it down, but does get a touch. Ruiz finding the loose ball. Kevin Ruiz. Cross in, blocked by Dalton. Still dealing with the pressure. Roar getting back to it. Brings it down for Noel. Noel with the left-footed shot. Goes off target.
Pueden dejar tirar así tan libre, muchachos.
Another sub for Dalton. Their 6th of the match. They've got one more remaining after this. So they've now got some new fresh legs. Thank you for joining us here tonight. Luckily, we were able to bring you the match without really any issues. Although we're away, we'll be back tomorrow and next week for the U23s. Premier does not have a game next week, but they will be back for US Open Cup after that. Here's Latrell Bradshaw. Does well to get past the pressure. Now finds the feet of Roar. Roar one time back to Bradshaw, and Bradshaw frustrated with himself as he tried to play that ball back out wide, didn't get the contact, and ends up sending it for a goal kick. Quasi Paul with the strong header back to Verona, safely into his hands as Dalton continues the pressure with only a few minutes remaining. Potros still looking to add one as they keep players forward. Here's Lopez getting his head to it, finds Noel wide. Lopez continuing his run. Noel with a cross. Referee looking at his assistant as Noel was brought down after the fact. They looked at each other, no foul given, and decided with a goal kick. Noel stays down, but now back on his feet. Dalton sending players forward. Goalkeeper's going to send it long. Bradshaw wins it. Graham, who's now moved into the midfield, on the ball on his feet, gives it away. Bradshaw's moved into that left back position. Bradshaw wins it back. Has space in front of him. Plays it into tried to play it into the space of Ruiz. Didn't get the contact and ends up getting it out for a throw. I'll try to get an indicator of how much added time when we reach the 90th minute, as we did in the first half. Probably a few minutes more than in the first half. We only saw one. Dalton back on the attack. Uranga picking that one out this time. Great work from the captain today. As we talk about Uranga, we have to mention Red Top Indoor in Cartersville, Georgia, newly open. Make sure to give them a follow. Partners with Potros as one of the owners of Potros, Benjamin Uranga, venturing out, starting the business in Red Top Indoor. So plenty of opportunities with that new facility open, both for Potros and for the community around. Here's Dalton again. Still pushing. Lopez coming back to help. Here's Roar. Graham with some space. Calmly plays it wide to Macias. Macias decides to take it himself. Ruiz plays Graham in the middle again. Graham with a heavy touch right into a Dalton player. Enough to kill some time. We're now into added time. We'll see if the referee gives us a signal. Referee's checking his notes to see how much time he wants to give. No signal from him. 2 minutes. So it's going to be 2 minutes of added time, not very much. So we're into the 30 seconds of added time. So we'll see a minute and a half left. Ruiz gets the ball into the box. No one there for Potros. Cleared away. Graham on the second attempt heads it across. Lopez and Valenzuela both under pressure. And Lopez ends up with the possession. Allows it to roll out for a throw. They'll kill some more time off the clock. This game's all but over. Still have to play the final minute. It's too late now for Dalton to get anything other than a consolation goal. But they'll have to get the ball back as Potros leaves it in their half. Bradshaw to take the throw. Looks like he's going to try to go into the box. Does so. It's behind Roar. Dalton clears, but only as far as Graham. Graham plays it into a Dalton player, and Dalton's able to play it forward. Uranga there at the halfway. Winning it back, still Uranga. Might be able to get one last opportunity as he puts the cross into the back post. Hits off the crossbar. And Roar now with the possession. Plays the ball back and no one there for Potros. Valenzuela eventually cleans it up. Now Quasi Paul playing it back into space, but no one there for Potros. Dalton sending one last attack forward. Uranga back, heads it down into the feet of a Dalton player. Carries with the space, trying to play through the middle. Paul's in the way. And this might just do it. Verona's going to clear this ball forward. No whistle yet. Balls for a throw. Let's take a look at that cross, which ended up coming off the crossbar. Nearly found the back post there from Uranga. Won it at the half field. Had all the space. Won the second ball with the pressure. And this one right here is trying to put it. It looks like it's trying to put a cross in. I don't think he meant to shoot that. It comes off the crossbar. And Dalton inching their way forward as we enter the third minute of added time. Maybe we saw the signal incorrectly or the referee decided additional minute. Remember, it's always a minimum time when the referee gives the time, and Dalton's going to commit a foul there. And the final whistle, no embomio, no problem for Potros FC. Pedro Lima steps up with 2 goals for himself, adding his total to 4 on the season. Mark Darinho Vino gets 1 as well to help Potros secure the 3-1 victory. They continue perfect on the season so far, and now they have a week off before they're back in action in 2 weeks in U.S. Open Cup qualifying. We will be back to bring you as all the matches this season on our Potros FC YouTube channel. Thank you for sticking with us. Thank you for joining us here at Dalton High School. And this has been Christopher Uranga bringing you this presentation. And we will see you tomorrow for the Potros FC U23s.
Dame. Uno. Bye. I don't know that I want to close right now. At this point.
It's okay if I turn it off?